Welcome to Jenny's Baking Show. It is 9 in the morning, so I don't know what I'm doing. As some of you may know, I am an avid baker. It is something that I like to do. It is a hobby of mine. Today we are going to be making today we are going to be making the famous Loft House cookies, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, here's what they look like. I feel like people have very different opinions about this cookie. It's either people love them or people absolutely hate them. Me personally, I love them, but I know some people that absolutely hate them, and I don't understand that. I find that kind of alarming, but what are you gonna do? I see people talk about them a lot online as well, like people just like making memes about them or talking about how like they're the best cookie ever, and some people think they're fucking trash. And I don't know, I'm a Loft House cookie lover, and I've been seeing people make them like DIY, like homemade, and since I like to bake and I love these cookies, I figured it'd be a good idea for me to try to make them myself, like the DIY version. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. I literally woke up like 10 minutes ago. Like, this is the first thing I'm doing. Got a lot going on. First thing I need to do is combine the butter, sugar, baking powder, and salt. And luckily I have a stand mixer, so this will be fairly easy for me. I'll plug her in real quick. Hold on. I think I'm gonna have the recipe because in the chance that they turn out like shit, I don't want to have to eat like 2 dozen cookies by myself. First order of business, 1 stick of butter. I don't know if I should like narrate the steps as I'm doing it, but I feel like no one really gives a fuck. So, sugar. I think it was half a cup. Okay, yeah, thank God. I just got really scared. Okay, so who else participated in Barbenheimer weekend? Because I did. I went and saw Oppenheimer, like literally the day that it came out. It was like a Friday. The movie is 3 hours long, and me and my friend did not get there until fucking midnight. And so we were literally in the theater until 3 in the morning. That is like the latest that I have ever been in a movie theater, I think. That was just like wild to me, the fact that I was in a movie theater at 3 a.m. and the movie theater was like pretty full too because it was like opening night. I don't know, I thought that was a little wild to me. I thought Oppenheimer was really good, and then 2 days later on Sunday I went and saw Barbie, and that was also fucking bomb. I did not mean the irony on that with Oppenheimer and the bomb. Barbie was awesome. It's amazing. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. So yeah, I gave both 4 out of 5 stars. I thought they were both great. So Barbenheimer weekend was actually like really fun and successful. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I see a little hair in my ingredients right now. Ew, that's definitely like a little eyebrow hair or like eyelash. What the fuck? It says to mix at low speed to moisten, but then increase speed to medium and beat until fluffy and pale about 5 minutes. This is going to be loud. This looks light, fluffy, pale, and airy to me, even though it's only been like 2 or 3 minutes. Guys, I just found a little hair. I think it's from my dog though. It's not mine. I am going to be a baker and scrape down my bowl as I am taught. Okay, now's the part where I have to like put all my wet ingredients in like a separate little bowl and like add it like a little bit at a time. And the first thing I need is 1 egg white. Last night I put this in the fridge, and this is a little container I have consisting of 4.5 egg whites. I've been keeping it in the freezer so that I could use it at a time like this, because not too long ago I made a recipe where I needed like a bunch of just egg yolks, and I felt bad like wasting all of the whites, so I just put them in a little container and froze them. So now's my chance. I get to use my first egg white from my freezer. Well, I don't know if you guys can see here, but it's like liquidy, but the inside is like a giant frozen egg white we got going on here. So like, how do I even do this? I guess I'm just gonna like try and get some of the actual liquidy parts of the egg yolk, and I'm weighing it because I do not trust myself to accurately measure an egg white with my own eyeballs. It says that one egg white's like 20 something grams. I don't know. What's 25 divided by 2? 22.5, right? On the money, baby. My scale reads exactly 22.5 grams. Precision is necessary to the art of baking. Oven is ready. Gonna put these babies back in the freezer for me to use God knows when. My stomach kind of hurts. It like feels empty, probably because I haven't eaten breakfast yet. But I don't eat breakfast until like fucking noon. A waffle or like some pancakes would smack so hard right now. Now I need a tablespoon of heavy cream. I don't really have that much left, and I also know that I need it for the frosting, so we'll see how that turns out. Probably not well. Get all up in there. Now I need a teaspoon of vanilla. I just said that I wasn't gonna make this a step-by-step tutorial. That smells pretty sus, I'm not gonna lie. It's like fucking August 3rd. August to me is just like the end of summer, beginning of school, bad vibes, even though I've been doing summer classes this entire summer. Don't even get me started on that. This one class, ooh, not gonna lie, I hate my professor. God bless him, wish him the best, but I don't like him. And I feel okay saying that because you don't have to like all of your professors. Some of them are just not it. Some of them are just, they have this weird fascination with giving me like B's and C's on papers. That sounds like I'm a bad student. I'm not. I usually get all A's. I'm always on honor roll, but like this class, oh, it is really testing my patience and my mental health. My professor hates me. He must be biased because that's the only reason he must be giving me these bad grades. Nothing wrong with me though. Okay, now I need to add this in while it is stirring. The directions did say to stir it after each little addition of the liquid, but I didn't want to do that. Here's where I am low-key fucking up the recipe because the recipe specifically states to use cake flour, but I just have all-purpose flour, which is the flour used for like basically most baking stuff. But it says that cake flour, it's necessary because it gives the cookie that artificial cakey taste, but I don't have it and I do not want to purchase it. So I'm just going to make my own DIY cake flour, which is basically just a mix of all-purpose with like a couple tablespoons of cornstarch. I've used it before. It doesn't work perfectly as a substitute, but it's better than just using straight up all-purpose. So I will unfortunately be deviating from the recipe and possibly fucking it up. I mean, I'm sure it'll still taste good. I unfortunately will just be missing out on that artificial grocery store Loft House cookie taste. I mean, it may not taste just like a Loft House, but it'll probably taste better because it won't have that fake taste to it. Me trying to convince myself that I'm not like fucking the recipe up, even though the person says not to use any sort of substitutions and only use cake flour. I'm sweating. Okay, I'm beginning to make my own cake flour, and I'm just following this like DIY recipe of like how to make like a cup of it. But I think for this recipe I need like a little bit more than a cup of flour, so I'm kind of confused on like the ratio of cornstarch to flour that I should be doing now, and I'm not good with converting shit. So now I have 125 grams of flour, but I need 155. Just gonna add a bit more flour. But yeah, I only have a little bit more cornstarch, so I'm just like, I think I might as well just like add it, right? I'm also supposed to put the flour, like the DIY cake flour, through like a sieve. Oh wow, look. Oh, is that another dog hair in my dough? It's crazy. But I really don't feel like doing that. Like I really don't feel like putting this through a sifter, but I probably should. You know what? I'm not going to. I'm going off the rails right now. I'm going fucking wild. Fuck it. No sifter. Almost done with the dough, guys. I'm excited and tired. She's a little thick. I'm gonna mix the rest by spatula so that I don't overmix it, because you do not want to overmix your baking goods. That is one thing, let me tell you. That you do not want to know what will happen if you overmix your baked goods. Something horrible. Tastes pretty good. Doesn't have that much flavor now, but I guess that's kind of what we're going for. Now it is time to scoop my dough into little balls. and bake them. And there's also no chill time, which is pretty freaking awesome because as an avid baker, a lot of cookies, I might even go on to say most, have a chill time. I never posted a YouTube video last week. You may be wondering, Jenny, where the hell have you been? And the reason I did not post last week is because I did not feel like it. I was feeling uninspired, uncreative. I started filming a little vlog, but I was like, I hate this is boring, and so I just never continued to vlog, which honestly, whenever I don't post, I feel really bad about myself. But it's also like I genuinely had like no good ideas. I had no idea what to film, just very uninspired. So just a little background on that, since I know everyone is so curious. I finished putting all my little dough balls on the thing. It fits 12, but I have enough dough for like maybe like 2 more, and I really don't want to have to do like 2 trays on there. Like that would so annoying. So I think I'm gonna try and fit it on here somehow. My oven has been preheated for like a hot minute. You know, that's why I should always wait, because it always takes me like double the time to make recipes than like the recipe person tells you. I'm so slow. And they say to bake it until puffed and pale about 15 minutes. And to me, that sounds a little long. Like I usually bake my cookies for like 11 minutes. And I'm also using a cookie scoop that's like a little bit smaller than her. So I think I'm gonna, I don't know. I'll keep checking on it once it hits like the 10-11 mark. I hate it when recipes tell you like, oh, bake the cookies for like this window. And I'm like, give me a specific time. And your oven better match mine and be the same exact temperature. Yeah, I'm gonna bake my cookies. Let's hope for the best. Hopefully I don't under or over bake them. Okay, I just stuck them in the oven, and in the meantime, if I were a productive person, I would make the frosting while they're in the oven, but I don't feel like it. So I'm gonna go sit down and wait until the cookies are done. Okay, I just took them out of the oven. I ended up baking them for 12 minutes. I don't know. I was scared of under baking them, but I also don't want to over bake them. But now it is time for the frosting. You guys excited? Good answer. What if I just drop this thing of powdered sugar right now? Like it's slipping out of my fingers as we speak. Any of you guys watch the new season of The Bear? I know it came out a hot minute ago, and I finished it a hot minute ago. But guess what I made last night? I made the omelet that Sydney makes from The Bear. I didn't make it for myself because I didn't necessarily want it, and I'm not a huge omelet fan. I tried a little bite of it, and it was pretty good actually. Like I homemade everything in that bitch from scratch. I felt like Carmen. I think I'm gonna dye the icing like pink for Barbie. Okay, so I am a little bit scared that I might not have enough frosting because it does not look like very much. All right, let's add 1 drop of red food coloring. My cookies have been like sitting out chilling for like 20 minutes, but they're still pretty warm, and I don't want to frost them while they're still warm and have the icing like fucking melt off. I think I'm gonna like put them in the fridge for like 10 minutes or something. Look how cute my frosting looks. I am Knuff. I am Knuff. Only Barbie viewers will understand. I already started frosting them. Hey, my bad. But I think I'm actually gonna have enough frosting to frost them all because I only need to do a couple more. Oh my god. All of the cookies are nice and frosted. I think last step, I think I'm gonna put some of these sprinkles on there because like every time you see them at the grocery store, they have like these kinds of sprinkles on them. Okay, I just tried to sprinkle them and they're like rolling off the icing. I think the icing has set on a lot of cookies because every time I sprinkle like the sprinkles on, they just like roll off and like don't stick, so not sure what to do about that. Okay, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Only these couple ones were like sticky enough to put sprinkles in, but these ones back here, not a chance. Aw, kinda cute. Thumbnail. The cute ones are actually pretty cute. Now it's time to see how they actually taste and hold up to the original Loft House. Why am I nervous? Okay. Honestly, that's really good. It's not like an exact dupe of the Loft House cookies, but it tastes like pretty similar, I would say. And especially with me not using the cake flour, but it still tastes like a good homemade cookie. Oh my god, why was this such a slay? If you wanted to make your own DIY Loft House cookies, I would recommend making these ones. Yeah, these are pretty fucking fire, I'm not gonna lie. Alright guys, that has been Jenny's baking show. Food Network, hit me up. If you don't like these cookies, fuck off, you're wrong. JK. I guess it's okay if you don't like these cookies, even though you're fucking weird.